Action.
My name is Jen Onde, and this is my video for the Sharp Debridement Lab. Here are the instruments required for this lab, and here is my pork hock with dyed areas for the necrotic tissue. So the first part is the surface area measurement. So I am going to measure the longest length by the longest width of the necrotic tissue. So this is the area that I'm going to be using, and the measurement is in centimeters. So let's see. So I've got 3.6 centimeters for the width, and 3 centimeters for the length. So 3.6 times 3. So I have 10.8 centimeters as my surface area. Okay. The second part, or the next part, is shaving and paring. So a number 10 scalpel blade is going to be used for this part. Okay, so the blade is held between the third and the fourth fingers, with the blade on the palm side and fingers wrapped around the scalpel, and the rest of the fingers wrapped around the serrations. So I'm going to be using this part here of the necrotic tissue. So I'm going to be using a small sewing motion, and this motion is going to be coming from my fingers and my wrists and not from my shoulder. So the blade is angled to initiate the cut, and then flattens as I debride the callus. So it's going to be a little sewing motion. So you're going to see areas with the lighter shade of the dye, and these are the superficial flecks of the necrotic tissue. So I'm just gonna do this. Okay, so that is for the shaving and um, pairing. So the next part is the cross hatching and scoring. So for this part, I'm going to be using a number 15 scalpel blade, and the blade or the scalpel is going to be held like a pencil. So this is the number 15 scalpel blade, and it's going to be held like a pencil, and it's held firmly around the first web space and the fingers resting on the serrations. So I'm going to be using the curved part of the blade and not the pointed tip. So I am going to be using this I'm going to be using this part here that I dyed red, and I'm going to be cutting first. I'm going to be making a cut that are parallel to each other. So okay, and then the next one is doing another cut that are that is perpendicular to that. So you didn't even cut through it, so try to. So here you can see same thing, like a lighter shade of the red dye in between those cuts. So there. Okay. So, all right.